Hello, glad to see you. And today we're going to talk about planning. And three, I have three important steps for you to consider. And we started this Friday talking about goal setting. And today we're going to talk about planning, or basically what's important about planning. Are you seeing planning as something that you need to do in your business, in your everyday life? There's so many parts of planning that you do that you probably aren't even aware of because you may not be writing it down. But that doesn't mean that you haven't done some planning. It just works better when you have it written down and you have a roadmap to follow, a plan. You have I think I also saw in my research there was another name for it. I can't think of it right now, but basically a guide, of how you want to do things. For me, that's my daily method of operation. It can also, extend to week or a month or, whatever, however you want to break down your plan. But planning is definitely very important to you and your business, along with the goals that you set. So, what I wanted to share, and I've got it on my other screen here. So, I've got notes in my lap, and let me move my vitamins. And I have just two definitions that I want to reach. And, I know I read you another definition for goal, which I just want to give you this other one to take with you. Excuse me. So, goal, the object of a person's ambition or effort, an aim or desired result. I found that as I was doing some research and, planning for my plan for today. And plan, the difference between those two is important. And there are a lot of people that, from what I was reading in my research, that kind of get them mixed up and then they kind of have a struggle because they're actually, you know, writing planning instead of goals and goals instead of planning and not being able to move forward. So plan, and I really like this. It's a detailed proposal for doing or achieving something. And that's basically, like I said, it could be a roadmap, it could be your guide, it could be like my daily method of operation, your daily method of operation. Something that's written down that has the actions that you need to take, the steps that you need to take to move forward in achieving that goal that you want to achieve. So we're talking about planning today. So I'm going to try to keep myself on track. I'm going to my notes. So one of the first things that you want to do is goals, which we've already covered. The second thing you want to consider and that you want to do is the planning part. And I can't remember exactly everything I said about goals, but goals and plans need to be written down. I'm more of a computer person myself, but I'm learning that I need to write them down because something, and I don't want to say magical, but it's something happens. There's a some type of a reaction that happens when you write them down as opposed to just typing them into a machine. It's something about when you write them that it kind of makes it more you. It's what you really want to do. It's what you really want to, have as a goal or goals. And the same thing for your plan. Write it out and then you can type it up later, just, maybe even a skeleton list of stuff just to get it written down. And once you get it written down, then you have a plan of action. You have a plan that you want to take to get you to where you want to go. And that's one of the important things. And planning has to do with those, just like I said, specifics things that you want to have the details on how you're going to get to that goal, how you're going to achieve it. And then let's see, I have here, I want to make sure I'm not losing track. Let's see. Yeah, goal, what you're working on. We already talked about that. And let's see. Okay, so that's basically, and remember, your plan can be daily, weekly, however you want to set it up. I like to do daily and weekly and then a monthly. And I know there are some people that go further out for like every 3 months or every, 5 months or, and then they take it out to, the year and every 3 years or something like that. So it doesn't, stop you from planning out further, and sometimes those plans may change. Your goals will stay the same, but depending on the other two things that I have to say here, then you'll make a decision whether you want to keep things rolling the way they are or not. So after planning and, like I said, writing it out and mapping it out so that you know exactly what it is you want to do, when you want to do it, have a specific time frame for it, and so that you can have your kind of a schedule down. Like I like daily method of operation, and so I have so much time to do this, that, and so on. And then after that, once you have your plan in place, then you need to take action. You need to put it into play. You need to actually do the things that are going to produce what it is that you want to produce, what it is that you want, what your objective is, what your aim is, like we said earlier, for your goal. Your plan is going to help you to actually bring that goal into being, and so that's really important. And then when you actually put it into action, you actually are doing the things, then that's really important as well. And some people like to just be able to check it off. That's why even if you have it written on your notes, or written on a calendar or something, you can feels like something's on my lip. Anyway, so then you can just, check it off, because a lot of people like to check things off. I used to like to check things off. Now it's like so much on there, it's too much to check off. But anyway, so action, really important as your third step in this goal, plan, and then action, taking action on the plan that you put in place. And then it's always really important, and this is number 4, not for today, but in our whole scheme of things that we've been talking about since Friday. Number 4, the last thing is, or the most important thing, is going to be evaluating what you did and how it worked. So there's a certain way I've learned to evaluate. I forgot to introduce myself, but I'll finish this. Good grief. Okay, so there's a certain way that I've learned to evaluate by working with the mentors and leaders that I work with in this particular company, which is a mentorship company, and I call it an education company because for me, I came with RN experience. I had no business background, no marketing background, and I'm learning and growing in this in this just as you guys are. And I want to be able to, when I learn something, to share it with you. So that's what I do. And so this is one way to evaluate, but to keep yourself from being negative. So you only get a certain amount of things that you can do at a time. So I'll explain. So, and this is by Blair and Melissa Dunkley. They created this way of evaluation, and I call it the 3-2-1 method. So for me, when I think about this, I think what I was taught, which was 3 things that went well, two things, two things that are important that didn't go well, and one thing of what you might do differently. And so when you're doing that type of evaluation, you want to take the emotion out of it. You don't want to be kicking yourself or beating yourself up. You want to be able to look at this so that you can then make whatever changes are needed, or delete what you need to delete, add in what you need to add in that you think will make it better, whatever. But this way of evaluating means you won't be able to sit there and do like 10 things that you did right, and 25 or 30 things that you did wrong, or that you didn't do, the way that you thought that should have been better. But you can't beat yourself up about it. This plan keeps you from doing that by only allowing you to 3 things that went well, 2 things that didn't go as well, and 1 thing of what you might do differently. So for me, that was really important, because I'm one of those people, and I've learned, and I'm growing, and I'm not beating myself up anymore. I don't do that. I'm more on a positive uh, way of thinking now, and knowing that whenever something happens, that's why I can say I never lose, because for me, I don't lose. Even if things don't go exactly as I wanted them to or thought they should go, I learn from that, and I can then grow from that, and I can adapt it or change it or take it out and put something else, or what, you're always learning and growing. It's not a matter of beating yourself up and saying, oh, I did this wrong, or I did this, I'm so bad, or I can't get anything right, or any of that type of stuff. None of that's helpful. What's helpful is to be able to look at it, take the emotion out of it, and look at your plan, see what worked, 3 things, 2 things of what didn't go well or didn't seem to work, and 1 thing that you might do differently. So that is what I use, and I hope that this information that I shared today was helpful. I hope that when you are working on your goals and you're writing them out, then you start to plan. And you can have several different goals. I mean, there are goals that I have for my health, there are goals that I have for my business, really big goals. And I like to dream big, I like to think big, I like to use what I feel I have been given, I have been blessed with, and that is the ability to see beyond my circumstances, and to be able to just be so open about it, and be able to reach for the heights. And I won't say this because I can't even remember exactly what it says. It's something about if you shoot for the stars, and if you don't hit the stars, at least you hit, I don't know if it's the moon or something like that, but it's basically saying shoot high, aim high. And if you aim high, you're going to be able to reach maybe not the height that you wanted at the first go, but you will hit something that's way up there, something that's really going to help you, something that's really going to continue, and you continue to grow and learn, and you continue to dream big, and continue to do different things that are going to make you and others better, and help people to be the best that they can be, pulling out the strengths in people, helping them to see the positives instead of the negative. Because it doesn't matter. I mean, there's so much stuff around us nowadays, especially, we have to look to and know that there is always good. We have to look to and know that there's always positive. And I'm sorry if I'm sound like I'm preaching at you. I'm not doing that, but it's just something that I thought about that's really important. And that's the way I'm continuing to change myself. I'm trying to get certain words out of my vocabulary, like can't, try, shoulda, woulda, coulda. But, I'm trying to get those things out and speak things as I want to really say them, and see them as I'm seeing them. Because even though it's not present, that I can actually see, but I can see through faith. And I can see through faith that I am going to reach exactly where I want to be. And I believe that you can too. So I hope that this was helpful. I hope that this was uh, valuable for you. I hope that, you know, that you can take something from what I've said today that will help you, especially in building your business. Okay, so now, since I've done all of that, let me introduce myself. And I'm sorry I forgot to do it at the beginning. I had a little spot that I was in. I must have lost track, and maybe I should write that down. Introduce yourself. No, anyway, so my name is Cherie Woodard, and I help business builders and entrepreneurs to be able to come online, use the power of social media to be able to get prospects, leads, and sales in their business. And I do that in a variety of ways. I use attraction marketing, video marketing, lead generation, branding, as well as giving updated, modern, and trending strategies and tips. And that is what I do. And I would like to offer a free training, and I will have the information on the video when it's downloaded. And I really like these this free training that I'm about to have the information on the video for you. It'll be in the comment section when this is downloaded. And just check it out and see what you think. You know, probably help you out in your business or whatever. So check it out. And basically that is it. So let me do some housekeeping things real quick, because I think I probably went over. I get a little excited, sorry. But anyway, so keep your notifications on so you know when I'm going live. Remember, we're walking through the stuff we're walking through, so remember to keep you, your family, your friends, and others as safe as possible. And there are people out there that are isolated, a phone call, text message, email, or even getting them on a Zoom call might really help to lift their spirits. And for us who pray, remember to continue to pray for us and our world. We're all in this together. There's really, for me, only one race, and that's the human race. And I walk in that, I believe in that, and I pray for us all. And I know that others are praying for us all as well, so that we can get through this stuff and make it through on the other side, whether it's different or not. We adapt. That's what we do. And we are also strong. So basically that is it. So wherever you are in the world, no matter what time it is for you, whether it's morning, afternoon, evening, nighttime, sleepy time, always make it the best that you can make it. Always be the best that you can be. God bless you. God keep you. And I will see you again tomorrow with another topic. So talk soon. Bye now.